Welcome to Zobrio's Tech Talk. Our Tech Talks are about technology topics that affect you and your organization, presented in a brief and easy to understand format, keeping you informed about what's happening in the world of technology and cybersecurity. I'm John Quado, IT Account Manager here at Zobrio, and the topic for this presentation is protecting your data from email-borne threats and phishing. I think most of you, it will be a surprise to find out that the most common type of cyber attack is actually phishing emails. Recent survey has shown that 52% of attacks against organizations are actually phishing emails. Phishing is an email scam designed to solicit information from an end user. Cyber criminals use that to gain access to your credit cards, your credentials, your banking information. There's another type of phishing attack called a spearfishing attack, which is a more dangerous type of attack because it is targeted and it is personal. It is targeted to a specific person and a specific organization for a specific reason to gain specific information. So spearfishing tends to be a little bit more dangerous type of phishing attack due to its greater chances of success. Spearfishing attacks, as we mentioned, are on the rise. This is extremely dangerous in the IT world. We notice that many of these attacks are actually social engineered. They gain access to your data. They gain access to your finances. Many of these spearfishing attacks are personalized. They're targeted for a specific person coming from a specific sender that may be impersonated. The bad news is traditional antivirus may not be enough to stop spearfishing emails, as well as firewalls. We notice that firewalls and antivirus do a good job in stopping other malware attacks, such as ransomware, that may contain a payload or an embedded type of code or embedded process in there. But most of these spearfishing attacks will ride through the antivirus, will pass through the firewall. And that's what makes them so particularly dangerous. Different kinds of spearfishing attacks. One is business email compromise. The other is blackmail. We noticed that during the rise of ransomware, that oftentimes employees would pay the ransom out of their own pocket to avoid attention from their superiors. Well, oftentimes these bad actors come back and blackmail the person, knowing that they may not want the attention from their superiors or potentially the loss of their job. The other type of spearfishing attacks are brand impersonation and scamming. Brand impersonation uses a particular domain name that may be familiar to you, such as your bank's domain, and they may take over that and they may send you an email that really appears to come from that particular organization. Also scamming. Sometimes you'll notice and you'll be able to pick out a scam by the fact that it comes from Amazon.org instead of Amazon.com. There may be some misspelling, or you may notice in the email some of the scams don't use proper English terms that most people use because they come from a foreign adversary as well. So these are some types of spearfishing attacks to be aware of and to keep on the lookout for. Malware attacks cause tremendous amount of damage to your business, to your organization. And a lot of people don't know the length and breadth of how much a malware attack, a successful malware attack, will cost your business. Not only does it result in downtime, loss of data, and tremendous amount of cost to recover, to get back in business, but it also leads to reputation compromise and loss of good name within the community, your constituents, your customers that just hurt a business and potentially will put them out of business for good. As with any malware, we recommend a multi-layered solution. And that multi-layered solution includes a robust email such as Office 365, Gmail. It includes, your traditional business class antivirus, your traditional next generation firewall. These are important. It's also important to have employee training. It's important to have tools that protect your email against attacks such as phishing. And the last line of defense is always having a very robust, extremely healthy cloud-based email or cloud-based backup for both your email and your data. One of the biggest parts we mentioned earlier in this segment is training your employees. Your employees are your first line of defense, and a good, solid security awareness training program can really help your organization prevent some of these email attacks and keep your organization much safer than it would without. Because as we've seen, in many cases, it's the employees that are letting some of these malware in. We recommend having a very effective security awareness training program. And this includes not only training your employees to spot phishing emails, teaching your employees about the different malware schemes that are out there currently, but also includes simulation and testing that you can see your employees you can see if your employees are able to spot a particular phishing email or a particular type of malware. And then finally, an analysis, being able to get a report to see who's clicking on that, and then to be able to give them additional training on any subjects they may be needing training on. We recommend that you keep your business secured based on three main security areas. One, technology. Put the technology in place to protect all your assets, specific technologies for specific threats. We also recommend training your people. Your people are your first line of defense and can protect your environment from a lot of bad attacks. And then finally, business continuity. We want to make sure that you have a robust backup solution that's cloud-based, as well as a email continuity solution that backs up your email and keeps it secure. Thank you for joining our Tech Talk. We hope you've learned some things about email security and phishing. We hope you join us for our next session. Thank you.